Let's do this. Let's go. Three platforms. TikTok. We've got TikTok there, Instagram here, and then we've got YouTube behind it. What is a crack? Gonna give you all a few minutes to join. We're doing this very, very late today, so I'm not expecting viewers to be too high. Anyone that does bounce on, especially bounce on at this time, I appreciate it and I respect it. We're not going to keep this too long too. We're going to keep this very as direct and as straight to the point as possible. We've got Dwayne Sobalski. Thank you so much for coming on, brother. You know I love to see that name in my comment section and on the lives. Thank you very much. But yeah, let us crack into it. So for any of you who don't know, if you have any questions, I'm going to do questions here at the end, by the way, if you're on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. But for any of you who don't know, I did a bit of traveling there back in September, and it was for like 2 3 months. It was when like the likes of Thailand, the likes of Singapore, Dubai, and the biggest thing that I learned from that is that like you can, and this is my own personal experience. Everyone's going to find different things and find different things from traveling and learn about different things. But for me, it was that you can be on the beaches, you can be going to these cool places, these cool locations, be doing these amazing things, be sitting having the cocktails by the beach and chilling. But at the end of the day, that's not going to be the thing that's going to fulfill you. And at least it wasn't the thing that fulfilled me. The thing that has always gave me the most fulfillment and has pushed me forward, has gave me the most energy and has made me the most, even the most happiest. I don't think you should chase happiness, because happiness is something that you're never going to be able to keep. You can't get happiness without being sad. You can't have the valleys without the mountains. You can't have the ups without the downs. But I do feel like it still has led to the most happiness, the most fulfillment, and it's just working on the best version of myself. And I know before I went traveling, I was all out in that, and I was working the best version of myself. I was doing everything right. Business was going up, social media was going up, fitness, gym, everything was dialed in, diet was dialed in, everything was, and I felt great. And I decided to pause that to go traveling. And I actually didn't even enjoy the traveling as much because I knew that I wasn't at the level that I wanted to be. So looking back on reflection, I'm realizing that if I were to do it again, and when I do it again, because I do have new trips scheduled in, I want to make sure I actually have the things done first that I need to do. And yeah, like that's in my own personal experience. But a lot of us will have the goals, and we've got over 20 people on these lives. Can we get a bit of actual interaction? Can you put a one in the chat if one of your goals for the next 10 years to say is to travel? Just put a one in the chat. I want to see if people are listening, because this is a common thing that I hear whenever we're talking about goals, whenever we're talking about like what do you want to do here? What do you want to do with your life? What direction do you want to take it? So many people tell me it's traveling. So if you travel, put a one in the chat if you want that freedom to be able to travel, to be able to do that. Fired in. We've got one. We've got another one in on TikTok. We've got another one. We'll try to. That's it. What sort of beard is that? It's a very shit beard. It's actually just a mustache, but the thing is the stubble is grown out. I do need to shave it, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about something else. So we've got a good few ones. We've got Rory traveling this summer. We got Michael as well. Beautiful. So yeah, like what I found is traveling is great. I've learned so much, but I had always felt better whenever I was working on me, working on building the best version of myself, working on pushing for more. And that's what I want to really get across in this live. Before I went traveling, I used to be very, very upset with, and I used to blame the environment for how I felt within myself. I used to be like, oh, this place is it has such a small mindset. Everyone's so small minded. I need to get over to somewhere else if I actually truly want to grow and truly be the best version of me. But the truth was, it wasn't the environment. I was just trying to blame something else, something outside of my control for how I felt. The actual thing that was getting in my way was me at the end of the day. It was me. I wasn't doing what I knew I should have done. I wasn't progressing. I just wasn't working on myself in the way that I should have. And that's what I want to get across, because so many times we will always blame other people. We will blame other things. We will blame our job. We will blame external factors to get rid of the blame. And then as a result, what happens then? Well, we don't feel as bad. We don't feel as shitty when we have the ability to blame someone else. So yeah. And at the same time, when we do blame someone else, the thing is the power is out of our hands. We can't change that. So make sure you're 30. Love that. I'm going to get back to all the comments, the beautiful comments in a wee second. I just need to finish this off. But yeah, whenever you blame someone else, you take the power out of your hands and give it into someone else's hands. You put it into someone else's hands. You should never do that. You should always, even if it isn't really your fault, you should always see, right, what do I have control of here and what can I do to actually take control of this situation? Or what can I even do to take control of my emotions during the situation, how I feel about the situation, and how can I gain wisdom off this, and how can I learn, how can I grow, and how can I improve and be better off the back of this? And like realize on your journey of self-growth, self-improvement, whatever you're going for, there is always going to be a lonely chapter. And I do feel like it does happen, and you're going to have different phases of the lonely chapter. I've definitely felt very lonely, but embrace it. There's always going to be time you feel lonely, and you are going to find your people. Like I know I definitely have, but I still sometimes have times where I feel lonely. It's normal. There's nothing wrong with it, with that. Every single person who's on this live right now, they've been on social media tonight. It's 31st of December, New Year's Eve, and we're all sitting on TikTok, even me. We're all lonely in a way, but there's nothing wrong with that. Even the people here hating on my TikTok, which I'm seeing with the corner of my eye, they probably feel lonely in a way. We all do. But that's okay. Embrace the loneliness and like obviously make effort then to hang around with people that lift you up rather than bring you down. We talked about this on the live yesterday. Don't hang out with people who are very sadistic. And what is sadism? It is putting your own suffering onto someone else. So we all have people in our lives who try to put their hate onto us, and that can be someone in a relationship, that could be a friend, that could be a parent. They will want to put their suffering onto someone else, but we need to avoid that, to make an active decision to avoid those people, because they will drag you down and they will drain your energy. And the single thing that I do that brings energy to me is hang out with people who want to bring other people up. And the most successful people that I've met, that I've seen, they're people that want to bring other people up. It's not people who want to drag others down. And when I do help other people, I get so much energy out of it. Like even selfishly, I admit it, so much energy out of it. That's one of the things I would highly recommend, even if you're lost, the most fulfilling thing that you could do is so. And the most underutilized, underthought about skill, it isn't marketing, it isn't sales, it isn't even communication. I think the most underutilized skill ever is actually being able to learn. When you're able to learn, anything's possible. You cannot teach someone who already thinks they know everything. And like that goes with anyone who I know who's at a very, very high level. They are so open enough to admit that they don't understand everything inside and out. Work with other people, they work with other mentors. They take everything as a lesson, whereas other people will take shit that comes their way, take that as something to drag them down. Will take that as an excuse not to move forward. They'll take it as a reason to give up. The same thing can happen to two different people, and they take it such a different way, and as a result, they have a completely different outcome of that. So, yeah, being able to be humble, being able to take on feedback, take on other people's opinions is so important. People who know everything, geniuses, are people who ask the right questions to the right people. So yes, I am going to get to the questions now. We're going to start on Instagram here on the right. I see we have Mix back in. Mix, hope you're all good, hope you're well, and I have a feeling that you are. I have an idea of what you're going to be saying. We're going to go to Instagram first. And yeah, if anyone has asked any questions and I actually missed them, just put them in the chat again. I'll make sure I get back to them. So we've got Derek, can I ask you a question about weight loss? 100%. Go ahead. Ask me any question about weight loss that you have. Can you help me with weight loss journey, anxiety, making the first jump? Yeah, 100%. Shoot me off a message. Um, I always say it depends what you have anxiety over. Is it anxiety around the diets? Because that could be, is it anxiety about the gym? That's going to be a separate issue. Or is it even anxiety about just changing itself? A lot of people can get that feeling where they're just afraid to make a change. They're afraid to take that leap. They're afraid to reach out and ask for help. So whenever you see that there's a problem, actually hyper focus on what the actual problem is. Like, is your problem like, I'll use an example. How many people here think that consistency or lack of discipline is their problem? That isn't actually going to be the problem that's holding you back from getting where you want to go. You need to dive deeper. So why aren't you consistent? Why aren't you disciplined? And whenever you get into the deeper reason behind it and the specific reason behind it, that's when you can actually solve the issue and then start moving forward and then start firing forward before that is. And like, it's always going to be different for every single person. So I can't even say an example, but it could be something so hyper specific to you. Um, so specific to you that like no one else could even understand it. So just get very, very specific about that. Right, we've got Michael. How you doing, Owen? I am all good. Thank you very much. We've got Rory traveling this summer. Already been through all this. Roy said, would you have that new perspective on environment you traveling? That's a good question. So I actually don't know because I actually can't live two different lives. To be honest, would I have a new perspective on environment? Probably not. Like, as I said, I think from traveling, I've learned so much that I wouldn't have been able to learn. Um, and it's like whenever you're away from home, you understand what you've missed out on. You understand how much you appreciate those people. Whenever you're away from someone that you care about, you always appreciate them a lot more. So, yeah, I think traveling actually has helped me to get that realization. So, it's definitely not held me back in any way. I don't regret it. But for now, I've decided to stay in the one location because I found that growth is so much easier to get when I'm in the one location. So, yes, thank you for the question. We've got another question in. Yes, traveling doesn't fix things. So many people think it does. So, yeah, like if you have problems, just traveling to the other side of the world is not going to just straight away eradicate all of your problems. If you're not happy within yourself, if you're not happy with how you deal with your emotions, if you're not happy with how you look, how you feel, just by going to Australia and packing your bags, those problems are going to come about. Maybe when you first travel away, you're going to distract yourself with different things, but eventually real life will catch up. So if you have a problem, traveling isn't just going to automatically solve that. Parts of it can, getting in a new environment, hanging out with different people. Let's say back home, if you're always hanging out with negative people, then you go and travel, and then you end up hanging out with a lot more positive people. Of course, it's going to have an impact. But that doesn't just come solely from a result of traveling. That comes from actually changing your environment, which you can do at home too. So, as I said again, take complete and utter responsibility for where you are and don't just blame your environment. I know I used to always blame my environment. I used to always say, oh, yeah, I need to get away. I need to leave Belfast to do these things. But the truth was, I didn't. And the idea of doing it somewhere else was a lot more comfortable because I was like, okay, like filming content, if I was over in England or filming content, if I'm in Spain or Europe, doing all these all this public and social stuff, it would be a lot easier doing it somewhere else. But like the good things don't come from easy at the end of the day. We've got Kivas saying, hi, what part of Ireland are you from? I am from up north. Yes, we've got Kirsty. Yo, hope you are good. On Instagram, have we got any other questions? Any other questions, guys? Fire them over. Kirsty said, proud of you. Thank you very much, Kirsty. I really appreciate that. Right. I can't actually see YouTube to see if we have any questions, but we're going to go on to TikTok now. Let's see what we got in. We got put something in, so I know you're here. Yep, McGinn, seen you this morning on Grafton Street. That was yesterday, but yes, I was in Dublin, Grafton Street, filming some content. We've got this guy, Johnny Mac, slobbering about my beard. I've told you, lad, I do need a shave. It was a mustache, but it is now a stubble, which needs shaved. Waxed his arse and stuck it on his face. Beautiful, Owen. Beautiful, beautiful lad. J-Mac, pack it in, Emmett. Good lad. Keep her lit, J-Mac. You're 30. Right, I'll tell you my age. I am 42. Is that okay? I'm 42 years of age. I know I look very young. Too old to be in TikTok. That's so funny. Truth is, I'm actually 21. A lot of people think I'm older, but my age is 21. 21 is my age. Questions fired over. You're an inspiration, bro. Kudos, Owen. Thank you very much. Laura, hi. Mix violence against women and girls is incredibly high, and I do feel a part of the problem. Do I feel a part of the problem for violence against women? No, I do not. I do not. What an idiotic thing to say. Of course, I do not feel like I'm part of the problem against violence on women. Yes, so I hope that answers your question. Just it's not up your street because it's not going to be up everyone's street. Please unfollow. Please block me. Please do it. It's completely free. I don't want to shove this content down your throat if you don't enjoy it. Did you ever end up getting a qualification in giving nutrition advice or one for personal training? Yes, I'm a qualified personal trainer. So yes. But then there's obviously with nutrition and then the PT, and most PTs do give out like nutrition guidance, but legally they can't give, or they can't like assign nutrition. So I would never assign, okay, you have to eat this way, you have to eat that way. For a personal trainer, it's only guidance you can actually legally give. So it's always, in my case, it's always just guidance. It's like, right, okay, this is going to help with this. And it's that education around that. But like you will find there's a lot of grifters that will just do it whatever way they want. So yes, okay, we've got some new things coming in. Love how brave and courageous you are with your content in the streets, with the reacting videos. Thank you very much. Wait, are you in the CBP program? What is the CBP program? Why lie about my age? I was taking a piss. I said I'm 43. I'm actually 21. So yes. How the 1 minute video treating you, man? They're decent. They're good. So what about the one that you give Hamill? Yes, so you can give a nutrition plan and then you can teach someone the guidance around that, but you can never actually directly just go, right, you have to eat this, or I'm not assigning that as medical advice. So he was eating the same meal for 7 months. Beth, if you have a problem, why not just text me one-to-one on TikTok? Like, I don't see what you're trying to do here. I'm not going to quit what I've been doing just from this. So yes, creativity program beta, 1 minute TikToks payout. You're not 21 though. I am 21 though. Rage bait. Thank you, Beth. Appreciate that. Aoife, hello. How are you? Would love a hug on 100%. Are you going to masturbating club this week? Last week was good. It was nice to meet you. I've never been. This guy keeps saying I went to masturbating club. I've never been to masturbating club in my life. Okay, going back to Instagram, the Garv, haha, McGinn is the main culprit of violence against women, lol. Garv, come on. This guy, Garv rage bait me, like, I ain't get angry here. I'm really angry. I'm about to break this pen. Fox, suppose if someone hasn't found like many people in NI or wherever it would make sense for them to want to move away to seek, what could they find here? There's a lot of different ways you can meet people. Like, you don't have, I used to always think you have to move out of Northern Ireland to, obviously it depends what your goal is too, but I used to always think, like, for myself, if I wanted to do social media, if I wanted to like push hard in business, I would like have to leave NI, or I have to go somewhere like Dubai or Thailand. And like, it just that lifestyle, I think that lifestyle is over glamorized, of like sitting in the sun with your cocktail. And so many people who are like selling courses online, they're trying to sell you their business course. They'll be like, oh yeah, this is the life. They'll show them sitting down on a hammock be like, I have so much freedom. I can choose to do what I want with my own time. But at the end of the day, you don't actually see that they're working all day, and you don't see that they could be miserable, and they're only showing the good parts. And like, there is a level where everyone on social media are directly going to show the good parts, because like social media at the end of the day, it's a highlight reel. You're only going to put something up when it's good. Like when I put things on my story, I put things on my story that I think are going to be entertaining, that people are going to enjoy. If I'm sitting questioning my own thoughts, or if I'm feeling lonely, I'm not going to put that always on my story. Sometimes I will, but like, just always take everything with a pinch of salt. But yeah, that I've kind of went off your question. But yeah, to find other people, I think what I've done is, for me, I just started posting on social media, and then naturally I found like-minded people, and then I started running my hike group. And then from that, I was able to meet like-minded people too. And then even from coaching, like many of my clients I get along with really, really well. And then from that, I've been able to meet like-minded people too. So that's what I would say. Like, put yourself out there. If you see any groups, there's like, I'll give Eamon Swale, he is Sober Social. That's a really good group to meet people. Obviously, I've got that high club going. I've also got social media great chat class. Like, see it, and they'll be able to just meet naturally. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, Gar, if you've met Rory from social media. Obviously, I know Rory just from like different clubs and different groups, and then obviously from coaching by Dargan, and obviously me and you, Garv, we met from High Club, and then used to have randomly met from posting on social media. So it just goes to show, like, it's such a great way to meet people. Lauren loved the asking for a hug video and following up with followers. Fair play, and keep going. It's completely free. Sometimes we do it for charity, and I'll get everyone who goes to pay like £5 or £10 for the charity. And Cave Hill, it's on the 11th, and then all the details for that just get put in my story. I also have a group as well for the hike. If anyone wants put in the group, just send me a message on Instagram. Just message me hiked in, and I'll add you to the group, and you'll be able to see all the ones that come as well. So yes, that is us. Okay. Do you coach many girls as well, or is it mainly males? No, so it's usually about 30-40% girls, and then the rest males. So I'm not like, it's not 50-50. But yeah, about 30-40% girls, and then the rest males. That's normally the ratio that I'd have with clients. One is a hashtag one masturbating club enjoyer. Yes, I am. I keep getting told that people see me at masturbating club. I have no idea what it is. I think they're trying to rage bait me, but you know, I'll keep it going. Someone said you're older than 21. I'm not. I'm 21. A lot of people don't believe me when I say that. But I'm 21. I'm 21, and I turned 22 in May. So yes, recognize you. What? Mix. Have a great day. Hope you're good. Hope everything's all well. Go ahead. Why is the TikTok view so high? I don't know. Where's this came from? Anything on Instagram? No. Are the hugs better in Dublin or Belfast? Belfast. Belfast is a smaller city, so people are more likely to like chat to you and be all bubbly. Also, Dublin has actually a higher rate of crime. Dublin's like actually a pretty bad city for crime. So Belfast is normally a lot more friendly whenever you go about and you ask for hugs. So yes, do you pronounce your name as Owen? Yes, Owen. I do indeed. Mix, what exactly are you going to prevent violence against women? What? You asked me if I coach women, and I said, yeah, I'd say about, out of all the coaching clients, about 30-40% are women and the rest are men. Wow, I don't know what your question. I know what your question is. Right, guys, I'm hike down there, friend. Oh my god. Oh my god, your jokes, Damien. Your jokes, lad. I have a CP detection. Right, I need to end this live. This is getting too bad. I have a CP addiction. How do I overcome it in 2026? Guys, stop rage baiting me. Come on, please. Oh, what's a good restaurant tomorrow open? What's a good restaurant tomorrow open in Belfast past 9 p.m.? I actually don't know many restaurants open that late. Belfast isn't a city that has like late like it doesn't even have really late bars or nightclubs. Never mind restaurants. Flipping after 9 p.m. Does anyone know? Anyone TikTok, Instagram, Belfast? What's open past 9 p.m.? I would say like only really like the takeaways, like McDonald's, BFC, Chicken Licking though. It's pretty bad. Go to BFC instead. BFC is a lot better. So yeah, BFC. There you go. Go to BFC. That's what I would say. Right. Are the hogs? Oh, I've already answered that. Do you like boys? Because I fancy you. I do not like boys. I do not like boys. When's the next dialed in masturbating meetup? Damian, you got to stop rage baiting me, mate. Niall, do you think you have achieved everything you wanted in 2025? Would you change anything? No, to be honest, I wouldn't. Like what I've done in 2025, not that I'm some superhuman powerhouse. I am definitely really happy with what I did. I'm definitely very proud of what I've been able to do. I didn't know I'd be able to do all that in just 1 year. So yeah, like, and there's no point looking at a year and being like, oh, I could have done it this way or I should have done it this way, because like you cannot control anything like that. So no, I'm actually really happy with how everything's went. Kieran said the Ivy. Yeah, the Ivy could be, but we would need a book. The Ivy, Chicken Licking. Yeah, Chicken Licking is crap, guys. I actually feel bad because that's like a local business. Chicken Licking's chicken isn't the best. BFC's is a lot better. I do not like boys, so I'm sorry. Jay, how's the king? I'm all good. Thank you very much, Jay. How are you? How are you, brother? How is Jay? For anyone who doesn't know Jay, we've got over 30 people across all the lives. Jay Kana is an absolute legend. So can we get a 1 in the chat for Jay, everyone? Chicken Licking a Dirty Friar Talk. So is Damian, he's a pretty good guy. Chicken Licking a Dirty Friar Talks, Chicken Supreme. I'm a 4 who sees the real picture in his content. He's not violent. You need to have an open mind. Exactly. Like these people saying I'm part of the problem on assaults and violence on women. I have never assaulted or inflicted violence upon a woman in my life. So to be honest, Mix, I don't like blocking people because I think like everyone should be able to say what they want. But if you're going to keep putting that up and keep arguing with people, I am just gonna have to remove you, unfortunately. Cahill, hello brother, hope you're all good. Is your upcoming event based on masturbating? No, it is not. It is not. Jay's all good, my man. Thank you. Everyone, Jay's all good. I'm good if Jay's good. That's the rules. Is your upcoming event? Oh, yeah, I've already answered that. Was Jay the guy on YouTube who commented every day of being a fan? No, Jay was not. Jay actually worked with me and he went to uni with me. Jay is an absolute powerhouse of a human. Damian, I actually think you and Jay would really get along. Like Damian is my friend from school. Absolutely amazing. Owen Slacktive reader too. Yeah. Mix, did you not? Were you going in out and there's women who dance on men on nights out, dance on men, also get drinks, and guys do this too. I want to reframe from a male perspective though. I'm just speaking from that perspective. But guys do this too. And when they're dancing on someone and letting them buy them drinks when they have a partner, I feel, and remember, this is my opinion, this is not law. Anything I say, you don't need to get angry about it because it is just my opinion. I think that is disrespect. Girlfriend, I would not be going out and nights out and grinding on other girls and letting them buy me drinks. I wouldn't be doing that because I feel it's disrespectful, in my opinion. And Mix, see if you don't, that's fine. Mix, see if you, I don't know if you're a guy or a girl, see if you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend and you do that in your relationship, like that's completely fine. You live your life how you want and I'll live it how I want. Niall, to step out of the comfort zone, and every time I'm answering a question, it just flicks to all the new questions. There's so many questions. Or not even questions, just so much debate in the chat. Blooper, how do you feel about being the Messi of masturbating near the goat, mate? This is just becoming a masturbating live. Uh, oh, crazy, crazy. Right. Did you work at PwC? Yes, I did work at PwC. I'm out of it now just over 15 months. I'm out of PwC. So, yes, I did. Oh, we've got some questions on Instagram that I've missed. I might just go for Benny Dix. Okay. Noser said, if I lost a plug from my mouth, do you reckon a solid shit will do the job? Guys, come on. I'm trying to talk about self growth here. And, I'm all for a bit of fun, but at the end of the day, we're trying to talk facts here. Dare to have asked me to be my wife. I'm a guy. Damian, Owen, do you even know what masturbating is all about? No, I don't. I actually want to Google it. I'm going to Google it right now. Masturbating. Oh, I can't even. I'm on YouTube. Or no, I can. Yeah, I can. Masturbating. Oh, it's a joke. I actually thought you meant masturbating. Masturbating refers to a forum where people discuss a single controversial topic. Oh no, it's yeah, masturbating. Unless I'm missing something. If I am, could someone please tell me? Right, back to this. You should start masturbating. We will watch and learn. No bother. No bother at all. No bother. Noiser, you did make me laugh. Thank you very much. Self growth. It's 1 a.m. I'll get to bed. I know I'm going to bed now. I'm going to bed now in 5-10 minutes. I do a live every single day on self growth, and I hadn't done it yet, so I had to do it. If not, I'm a fraud because I said I'm going to do one every day until my event here on January 10th. That maybe Mix might show up to, hopefully. Bro, say it slowly. Say what slowly? Owen, can you demonstrate how to masturbate, please? Guys, leave me alone. Leave me alone. All this masturbating stuff. Right, I'm just going to sum up basically what we did, what we went through here on this live. And yeah, we are going to wrap this up. Oh, and these lives are gold. Thank you so much. Like TikTok has stayed above 20 views this whole time, and that's actually really impressive. I am so shocked how people, and Instagram stayed above 5. I am so shocked how people are just like sitting here and watching me get rage baited and getting annoyed about people saying masturbating. Like there's literally about 30 people on this live just watching me dander about my shirt. This great crack. But yeah, folks, I'm just gonna call it all here. Masturbating. I'm missing a joke. Is this why so many people are on? Are people just laughing away? Someone please explain what masturbating is. Masturbating joke. I'm gonna Google it because I'm sick of this. Sick of yous winning, you rage baiters. A masturbate joke usually plays forced participation in endless, often silly arguments like the popular YouTube series Masturbators, where people argue extreme internet opinions as if they're real debates or the trope. Yeah, yeah, okay. I think I'm good. I think I'm grand. I think we've all had great crack. Yeah, I'm glad you have. This is actually great. Like, it's actually great just shooting the shit. Everyone coming on, having a bit of crack. Mix is obviously not Mix is being Mix, and we're just all having a great time. Ross is on. I'm late to the party. Why are you talking about this, mate? People just keep saying I'm the best masturbator ever, so I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that crown and yeah, gonna add to the bio. I masturbate every night at Owen. Bro, a few sandwiches short of a picnic. Owen, say it slowly and you'll hear it. Masturbating. Oh. All right. Even Alden's on this. Like, come on. I've actually got like confidence is a quality. Confidence is well truly. I don't think people you feel and you look at and you're like, oh my god, they're naturally confident. They are not naturally confident. The reason they're confident is because how they were raised, the people they have around them. All of that is going to play in. And if you're not confident, it's not because you were born that way. It's because you've learned that through different things that you've been through. And anything that you learn, you can unlearn. Anything someone else can do, unless it goes against actual scientific laws of physics, you can do it. So you can learn to be more confident. And it all comes just from reps. It all comes from making small promises to yourself and then following through with those promises. That is what is going to plain and simply improve your confidence. It's not looking in the mirror and continuing to tell yourself that you're this epic person. That's going to do nothing. It's not feeding your ego. It's not going to do that. That's doing nothing. What is going to improve your confidence is making small promises to yourself and keeping them. Stop bullshitting yourself. Stop saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, never falling through with that. That's how you become a very not confident person. That is how you become a very insecure person. Because if you cannot trust yourself, how are you going to have anyone else trust you? If you cannot love yourself, how is anyone else going to be able to love you? It's not going to happen. So make sure that you do that, and never ever confirm to yourself that you're just naturally not a confident person, because how you speak about yourself goes into everything. I could come on here and say, oh my God, I'm a shit person. Oh my God, I'm not confident. Oh my God, there's people on my TikTok comments calling me a fraud. That means I'm a fraud. If I say that, if I tell myself that, I naturally believe it. And the same goes with good things that you tell yourself. What you look for, you will naturally pick up. So yeah, I'm not going to go on about that for too long. If anyone has any last minute questions, I'm going to shoot. I'm going to go off. And yeah, thank you very much, guys, for being on the no more mass debating talk. No more of that. That was Perform and all you trying to rage bait me. Right, let's go, folks. Thank you for coming on. We are running an event, Catalyst, January 10th in Belfast. If you don't have a ticket or you want to know more about Catalyst, just jump on to my bio. You'll see the link there. Or if you have any questions, you can just send me it on Instagram. But yeah, we're going to shoot. What is the most mass debates I've ever done? I'm done. None. Zero. I don't mass debate. YouTube, thank you very much.